Okay, and we're off to lesson 2 in chapter 1, and it's complex fractions. I bet you can hardly wait for this section. Anyways, complex fractions are just that. They are fractions, but they are fractions within fractions, and you have the same rules as usual. So, anyways, on example 1 on page 18, it says, simplify 1/4 and over 2. Well, remember, this line here means divide. So we could rewrite this as 1/4 divided by 2. So really, we have 1/4 divided by 2. And if you've already watched the first video, you know that you are going to flip and multiply or use reciprocal. So it will be 1/4 times 1/2. And then, because multiplication is the easiest of all fraction operations, you're going to multiply the numerators together, and you're going to multiply the denominators together, and you get 1/8. Box that in so you can find it easily. Make sure you check it to make sure it's simplified, and off to the next one. Bye-bye. Okay, and we're off to chapter 1.2, and it's complex fractions. And I don't want you freaking over this because it really is a lot less scary than it sounds. A complex fraction is a fraction within a fraction. And we'll be going through a couple of examples. And so I'm sure you've watched the dividing fractions already, and you're just going to bring all those skills into this one here. So example 1 on page 18 says to simplify. And it has 1/4 divided by a whole number 2. And this is the 1/4 divided by 2. And just as it sounds, you can rewrite that 1/4 divided by 2. And because when we're working with fractions with fractions, we're going to make that a fraction. And so for dividing fractions, following the rules, it is 1/4 times, we're going to do the reciprocal of 1/2. So you're going to flip and multiply by the second fraction. And then we are multiplying across, and it is 1. And 4 times 2 is 8. 1 in the numerator is done. So you simplify that and check to make sure it's simplified and box it in to see it easily. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.